to the concept of getting clients from LinkedIn using an assistant. Most people don't realize the power of having an assistant to assist you with all the things that you need to do. But before you even start using an assistant, you first have to set your goal. What is it that you want to achieve through the platform? Not just using it, but achieving something. Maybe you want more clients. Maybe you want more exposure. Maybe you want friends. What is your goal when it comes to using technology like LinkedIn? And why do you need an assistant? How will your assistant actually be able to help you? If you spend too much time on manual tasks, for example, writing messages to people, replying to direct messages, posting content, all those things take many hours. And it's hard to keep track of leads and what to say next. And most tools also don't offer the ability for you to actually use your voice as input. You know what I mean? Like actually talking, or to have real context, or to offer real personalization. That's where Evie AI comes in. It's your AI-powered sales assistant designed to help you win business faster, to create personalized comments, posts, and direct messages, to create messages that actually sound like you, not like a robot. And Evie AI helps you organize and research your professional connections using powerful AI agents and lets you use smart templates across platforms to save you time and turn conversations into clients. This is why people love Evie AI. Number one, it saves you hours every single week. This is what we heard from our customers. It'll help you write DMs, posts, comments, and outreach in your voice. Number two, it sounds just like you, especially if you use the voice-to-text feature. Personalized content that matches your goal, your tone, your style, your persona. And a lot of people say, I pay for the software, but I stay for the community. You get access to exclusive training like this one, templates, and support from our sales pros. And we're going to be adding much more support. By the way, are you guys generally available after 5 p.m. Eastern, after 6 p.m. Eastern? Because I want to run some events in the evenings. So if evenings are good for you, just write in the chat, evenings are good for me, or just say I prefer during business hours. Evie AI has both a side panel extension and a web app. Side panel and a web app. A side panel sits on the side of your browser, and the web app is just a website that works both on desktop and mobile. And if you pin your Google Chrome extension, after you install it, you pin it, you click on the puzzle icon, you can enjoy using Evie AI anytime. So let's review some of the features that a lot of people don't even know exist within Evie AI so that you guys can get acclimated to it and then help you be able to find ways to get clients on LinkedIn. So we have something called the Home. Inside the Home tab, when you click on the little picture of the house and the extension, you have content, save profiles, templates, and then we have a section called Engage, which is the web app, and the Learn. I'm curious to know which one of these you use the most. Do you use the content, the profiles, or the templates the most? Which one do you use the most? And also, have you explored Engage or Learn? Have you used the idea generator? Have you optimized your profile with the optimized profiler? Have you created personas with the persona generator? Are you using the Learning Hub? I know that Rick often tells people, look at one new link every day inside the Learning Hub because there's so many great quick links there that you could learn. Are you busy in the community? Are you seeing the different posts from the different people? Or maybe you're just getting started. If you're just getting started, I recommend learning how to use the AI Writer really well because the AI Writer can help you be able to write better on all social platforms, not just LinkedIn. So here are the parts of the AI Writer that you're going to learn about. There's the goal, the tone, and the persona. Soon we're going to add something called style as well. You have the ability to change your templates that you're using as a command. You can also use a specific AI model and also choose the language. Often I will choose Spanish, if I'm writing in Spanish. By the way, if there are any other languages that you guys speak or would like to speak, let me know in the chat. And with the AI writer, you can generate comments, you could write posts, you can create recommendations. And by the way, if you want more recommendations, you have to be giving more recommendations on LinkedIn. So I can see if you actually left anybody a recommendation recently on your profile. Do you want me to show you how you can see that on someone's profile? So I'm going to check out Marlene's profile now. I'm going to pull up her profile here. I'm going to go to LinkedIn. I'm going to go to Marlene. And I'm going to pull up Marlene's profile. Why not? This is what Marlene's profile looks like. If I want to see her recommendations, I go down to where it says recommendations. I'm going to give her an endorsement for customer satisfaction and for leadership development. These are endorsements. But I see Lori gave her a recommendation in July, which is very nice. I see she also received 5 other recommendations. You see? But dating back to 2009. If I want to see who she gave recommendations to, I click on Given. You see it says Given here? And this shows me all the people she gave recommendations to. She gave one to Allison, to Deborah, to James, to David, to Hannah. That means she didn't give me one yet. So how do I get one from Marlene? We're already connected, which is the first step. I'm going to share with you guys a strategy that I teach on how to get recommendations from people. You guys want to know the strategy on how to get more recommendations? Here's a strategy. Jane said, Marlene, you've been busted. Jane, you're too funny. So here's what I would say. I would ask Marlene a question. I would say, Marlene, what do you appreciate most about Evie AI? And I could use Evie AI to ask her the questions. I could say, Marlene, what do you appreciate most about Evie AI? I'm going to press insert, and I'm going to press send. Do you see the way I inserted this? I spoke to it, saving me time. Okay, so now she might say, well, Marlene, unmute yourself. Do you want to tell everyone what you appreciate most about Evie AI?
Yes, so many things. I love the tools, the innovation, and the community.
The tools, the innovation, and the community. So this is what I can do. I can go to her profile. I can click on the More button here. I can click on Request Recommendation. You see it says that request? Most people don't know that's an option. When I press Request, I can say, okay, what's my relationship with Marlene? So I'm going to say, Marlene was a client of mine. It's going to say, what was Marlene's position at the time? So what was my position at the time when she was a client of mine? I'm going to say founder of Evie AI. And now I'm going to customize this request. I'm going to say, hi, Marlene. Would you write me a recommendation, please, about Evie AI? And then over here, I'm going to say, feel free to include what you mentioned. Oh, I'm going to stop this thing over here. I'm going to say, click on the mic. I'm going to say, feel free to include anything that you think would be helpful for people to know about the benefits of Evie AI, including how much time it saves, customization, and all the helpful tools that you mentioned on our call. Okay, now I'm going to press.
And it will be my pleasure.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. So do you see the way I included that in this little message over here? Now I'm going to press send. And in order for you to leave me a recommendation, all you have to do is go to my profile, click on the More button, and you can press recommend. Do you see that? Now I'm going to leave you a recommendation, and I'm going to show you how quickly I'm able to leave you one. I'm going to say that Marlene was a client of mine, and her position at the time was the principal consultant at Service Quality Solutions. Is that it? Is that correct?
Yes.
And then I'm going to say, Marlene is very gracious, kind, and a true expert at what she does. I highly recommend her services. She's always giving, and she's always with a spirit of amazing happiness. If you want a person that you'll connect with and not just build a business relationship, but also a friendship with, I highly recommend using Marlene's services. Okay, so now I'm going to press generate here. It's going to read your profile, my profile, and write a recommendation. So you see, I had the pleasure of working with Marlene. I can comment she's a true expert in her passion for innovating. Okay, so beautiful. So that's really nice. I press insert. I press send. Do you see how quickly I was able to leave her a recommendation? Now she needs to approve this on her profile. And the way that you approve a recommendation on your profile is by clicking on the Me button, clicking on View Profile, scrolling down to the section that says Recommendations on your own profile, and then you can click on where it says Show All Pending. Do you guys see it says Show All Pending here on my screen? When you click on Show All Pending, you're going to see any recommendations that somebody has left for you that are pending. And I can easily approve them. Isn't that cool? I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a moment. By the way, if you got value so far today, write value in the chat. I'm curious to know if anybody got value today so far. Marlene, do you want to go ahead and find that pending recommendation I just left you and approve it?
Already done. Thank you. It's priceless, Joe.
Now, what I can do is I'm going to show you guys how it shows up on Marlene's profile as well in just a minute. One of the things that I encourage everyone to do is when you get a recommendation on LinkedIn is to take a screenshot of the recommendation. Do you guys know how to do a screenshot? Take a screenshot. If you don't know how to do a screenshot, you could take a photograph of the recommendation with your phone. And then what you do is you share that recommendation as a post on LinkedIn. And the reason that's important is because not everyone's going to go to your profile to read your recommendations. So it's important for you to share those recommendations as a celebration on LinkedIn. So that would be a step that you would take. That's an additional step to getting the recommendation, is then writing a post about it and showing gratitude to the person, which helps create exposure. If you want more recommendations, you need to leave more recommendations. So if you haven't left a recommendation yet this month in August, I encourage you to leave somebody a recommendation that has done something good for you. So maybe you've attended Barbara's events, right? On Fridays at 11 a.m. Or maybe you attended Steve's event today at 10 a.m. If you have, then go to Steve's profile, click the More button, click Recommend, and write something nice about Steve or about Barbara. Or maybe you're going to attend Jane's event on Monday. Write something nice about Jane. It doesn't mean you did business with them. It could mean you just appreciate their energy and you feel like they'd be a good service provider that you would want to do business with and you highly recommend. If you haven't left a recommendation for anybody yet, we can see that on your profile. And that doesn't look that good when people inspect that. So I do recommend being a giver. And with Evie AI, it doesn't take much time. You should all be Evie AI users here. This is for Evie AI users, so you should make a practice of leaving at least one recommendation per month. If you leave more, it's even better. But do you see how long it took me to leave one for Marlene? It doesn't take more than a minute to do. So if I can make somebody's life better in just a minute, why wouldn't I want to do that once a month? The other benefit is that when I leave somebody a recommendation on LinkedIn, I get exposure on their profile. Let me show you how that looks on Marlene's profile now. So watch this. If I go to Marlene's profile and I scroll down slightly, I'll notice that under her recommendations, once she approves it, it'll show my profile right here. She has to go to her recommendations, click on See All Pending, and approve the recommendation I just left for her. And then my name will show up here. She hasn't approved it yet. But the second she approves it, it'll show up here when I refresh. It'll show Joe Apfelbaum on her profile. Now, there are two types of recommendations you can get. And look at that. She approved it. You see? So now it shows up on her profile. Sometimes it takes a minute to show up after you approve it. So I refreshed and it just came up. Now I have real estate on her profile. If you go to my profile and you scroll down and you take a look at my services page, this is a separate area here. You see it says services, where you can get recommendations about your services. It's a separate box called services. Now I'm going to open up Tammy's profile briefly to show you how it shows up on her profile. I'm going to open up Tammy's profile real quick. And you see it says about, featured, activity, experience. She doesn't have a services box. So how does Tammy get that services box on her profile? I'm going to teach you how to do it for those that don't have it, because yesterday somebody mentioned that they didn't have it and they didn't know how to do it. So I said I'm going to do it at our next training and teach you guys how to do it. If you click on Add Profile section, you could see different things you can add to your profile. There's 3 main sections. There's Core, Recommended, and Additional. Core is like education, position, services, career break, skills. These are your core, the basics, for the sections that will help you be discovered by recruiters and other people who may want to know more about you. The recommended is featured posts, licenses and certifications, projects, courses, and recommendations. That's for recommended. And for additional is volunteer experience, publications, patents, honors, test scores, languages, organizations, and causes. Okay? So for your profile, at least do the core. And if you want to add the services, you press Add Services. And then it tells you how it works. It tells us about your services. It helps you get found in search results when people are looking for services. And having your services displayed prominently on your profile and lets potential clients reach out to you for free. I'm not going to enable it on Tammy's profile because then she has something else that she needs to manage. But I just wanted to show you how to do it on yours if you do want to get people to use your services. So if I search, for example, LinkedIn strategy in here, and then I click on services, I can see all the people that are providing LinkedIn strategy services. And I could even select first degree, which will show all her first degree connections that are requesting services, that have services available for LinkedIn strategy. See that? There's 512 people. This might be a good lead source for you as well if you're looking for people who offer a particular service. Say, for example, if I wanted to offer Evie AI to LinkedIn strategy providers, I would use this to find all the LinkedIn strategy providers that have a services page. And then I can click Request Services. But do you see the way I have more reviews than anybody else? I have 14 reviews. Judy has 2. Deanna has 1. Lisa has 2. And I have 14. Because there's a method to getting reviews. And most people don't know the method of getting reviews. And I will teach you that method today. But before I teach you that method, I'm going to show you what it looks like to request services. Over here, service. I'm going to say marketing consulting services. I'm going to press next. I'm going to say advertising, 50 to 200, one-time need within the next 2 weeks. I can request a scope. I need help with my LinkedIn strategy. Do you want to also receive other proposals from other people? You see that? So if this is checked off by default, it's going to share the project with service providers that have premium subscriptions. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to press continue because I want people to hit me up. Then I'm going to say Tammy is automatically going to send me a message. I press submit. And now Tammy just submitted this to me on LinkedIn. So let's see what that looks like on my profile. So if I go to my profile and I click on messages, it says Tammy found my services page and she's interested in working together. Please review my project request and submit a proposal. So I press review project, and now I see my services page and I see the way Tammy sent me this. I'm going to press submit proposal, and I can submit a proposal here. Now, if I want, I can use a template. I can use templates for submitting services. So what do you think I would say to her in my proposal? Does anybody have a suggestion of what I should say in my proposal? Anyone have any suggestions? If you have a suggestion, feel free to put it in the chat. I'd love to see it. What you will offer, Steve says. Try our Evie AI product. What's my goal? Does anyone know what my goal is with this when somebody submits a services thing to me? My goal is to get a conversation with the person. Correct? That's my main goal. So if my main goal is to get a conversation, I probably need to give them my contact information, correct? I also want to acknowledge them for asking me to get on the phone with them, to like reach out. They're like trusting me. I also want them to book a meeting. So maybe I want to include my booking link, right? I also want to maybe share some accolades about things that I've done for other people. So let's talk for a minute about your business and if services are good for your business. What would you say to somebody when you're responding to a services thing? Who wants to share? Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, well, they have a problem clearly because they're reaching out for help. I provide services. What I would want to know is how urgent is it? How quickly do they need it? Can we talk about it? We need more information. Can we have a discussion? But I would say, how urgent is this? When do you need this problem solved? And can you give me a little bit of more information in a live conversation? Here's a couple of ways to get in touch with me. So I would ask them questions that they have to think about and they have to answer. And it takes longer than a 2-sentence email. So they're going to want to have a conversation with me. That's how I would approach it, Joe.
I love that. I love that. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a new template for the sake of saving time. And then we're going to write exactly what Rick just said. Happy to chat with you about your business. I love helping business owners launch their business and sales and marketing. I offer a 15-minute conversation at no charge to you. You can book a meeting with my assistant at scheduling@ajaxunion.com or hit yes if you want to chat more right here on LinkedIn. About me, I've been running a digital marketing agency for 15 years. I'm going to change this to 17 years. I have 1,100 clients. I have a LinkedIn training business, and I have an AI expert helping people with ChatGPT. I think I could really help you. If you want to learn more, you can visit my profile, or you can check out my AI training at evergreen.com, and my marketing agency at ajaxunion.com. And I'm going to say my AI assistant for LinkedIn. And then I'm going to put in http://www.evieai.com. Okay, so I have 3 separate websites I want to take them to. CEO of Ajax Union. I'm just going to say CEO of Evie AI. Okay, so now I'm going to name this. I'm going to call this Services Proposal. Okay, so this is the proposal, and I'm going to say Proposal for Services page. And then I'm going to tag this as services. Okay, I just pressed enter. You see that? Now I'm going to press save changes. And if I want to insert this into the proposal, I just press the up arrow. Do you see the way I was able to just insert this very quickly? I could include a phone consultation and press send proposal. Do you see the way I sent Tammy a proposal? Tammy can click on view proposal now and view the proposal. But there's a missing step because I can also send Tammy a message here. You see that? So I also want to send her a message. Besides sending her an actual proposal, I want to send her a message. So what is the message that I'm going to send Tammy? So what I could do is I could say something like, thanks for submitting a request on LinkedIn Services. I'm looking forward to serving you. Are you open to connecting? That would be probably a connection note if we weren't connecting, right? So I'm going to create a new template. I'm going to call it Services Connection Note. I'm going to put in, thanks for submitting a request. I'm looking forward to getting to know you more. I'll put CEO of Evie AI. Are you open to connecting on LinkedIn? And I'm going to tag this as services. Okay, I'm going to say connection note for services request. Okay, and then now I have two things. I have the proposal and I have a connection note because I can't really send them a message unless I didn't connect with them, right? And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send them a message that says, I sent you a proposal. I'm going to send them a DM. Okay, so I'm going to create a message and I'm going to say services DM. And I'm going to say direct message to services request. And over here, I'm going to click on services and I'm going to paste in this thing. It says, I sent you a proposal on LinkedIn. Do you have 15 minutes? Blah, blah, blah. You can email my assistant to set up a call with me. Okay. So here you go. I'm going to press save changes to this. Now I have 3 separate templates that are all labeled under services. Okay. So this is what I'm doing right now. I set this up like this. Now check this out, guys. I'm going to click on where it says requests. Now this is a very important link to bookmark for yourself. I'll send you guys this link in the chat. When you bookmark this link, you'll be able to see all the people that have made requests for services, right? So if I'm getting services requests from people, why not respond to them if they're qualified? So this design engineer, it said she needs business planning, strategy, blah, 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 and she has 50 to 200 employees. I'm going to press submit proposal. I'm going to include a phone consultation, and I'm going to click on my services proposal. You see this? And I'm going to press send. And then what I'm going to do, besides doing this, I'm also going to send her this DM. Besides sending her the DM, I'm also going to send her a connection request because we're not yet connected. And in the note, I'm going to include the note, but it doesn't let me include a note because she has a private account and blah, blah, blah. I don't even know if this is even a real person because who knows? It might be spam, right? This doesn't look like a real account, but who knows? I can't connect with her because it requires her email, and I don't have enough information about her to grab her email. I'm going to ask Apollo to see if Apollo can give me her email. See if he could find me her email. And it looks like I did find an email. You see? I'm going to press copy. And I'm going to send her a connection note. More. Connect. Paste her email in here. Add a note. And then I'm going to include my connection note. And hit send. Do you guys see how seamless that was? Okay, in the chat, say I learned something new today. Or say I knew that already. I'm curious to know, did you learn something new? Because many of you have been in my trainings for a long time. Maybe you've never seen me do this. Jane says, I learn something every time I'm on your trainings. I learn something new, I learn something new, I learn something new. This is extremely beneficial because I showed you A, how to add your services page if you don't already have a services page. B, I show you how you get found in services when people are searching for a service. C, I show you how people submit a proposal so you have the experience of the person submitting a proposal. D, I showed you how to set up the templates, the 3 separate templates, the proposal template, the connection note template, and the direct message template. And then I show you how to be able to do it for somebody and even find their email if you need it to be able to send them a connection note. The next step would be to do AI research on them if they were a real person. I don't think she might be a real person. I'm not so sure. She's not that qualified. She's more of a red flag person. But you never know, right? You never know. What are you guys curious about? Marlene said, is Apollo a separate paid app? They offer a free version. Apollo offers a free version, Marlene, so you can use it for free. There's another tool as well called Contact Out that I use to get people's emails. But most of the time I can find their emails using AI research with the built-in Evie AI agents that scour the web to find people's information. If you want to find even more personal information about them, Rick says you can use Been Verified, which I agree. Okay. Let me share my screen, and we'll continue to look through some of the people that have submitted proposals to me. For example, I find that there's a lot of people here that submit proposals. Like, for example, this guy named Alex. He's in Taichung City. And there's a guy, Mark Fleming, from 9 days ago. I'm going to go ahead and hit Submit Proposal. I'm going to do the same process. But do you see how this can take very little time if you're doing this correctly? I'm going to go ahead and send him a DM. Then I'm going to go ahead and open up his profile, press Connect. He's in New York. This is perfect. This is a green flag person. I'm going to send him a connection note. Now I'm going to save him into Evie AI using the Evie AI. I'm going to say services request. I'm going to press enter. I just tagged him under a list called services request. I press save profile. It saved his profile into that particular list. Now I'm going to use AI to research him and see what Evie AI can find out about him online. I see he's a fundraising and public relations consultant based in New York City. I see his target audience. I see his key services, how he helps clients. I even see his email address. Can you guys see I found his email? I'm going to go ahead and save his email into Evie AI. I see he coordinates a 40-minute Oval Office and W-2 veteran for the president. Ooh, that's cool. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can find his phone number on his profile here. Now, I didn't find his phone number on his profile, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use Apollo to see if it could find me his phone number. And Apollo's going to use 8 credits. I have 4,000 credits a month that I get. And it found his cell phone number, you see? And now I'm going to push this button here, and Apollo's actually going to call him directly from the app. That's one of the... I'm going to share my audio so you guys can hear the call happening right now.
Hello.
Hi, this is Joe Applebaum. Can you hear me? Is this
Hello?
Mark? Hi, Mark. This is Joe Applebaum. I noticed that you requested a proposal on
Hello?
LinkedIn. Mark,
Hello?
Mark, can you hear me?
No, you got the wrong number.
This is not Mark Fleming?
No.
Sorry about that, sir. I will delete your number. Okay, this is not Mark Fleming. Let me try this number here and see if it works. This is a different number. I'm going to press copy. Hi, Mark Fleming. This is Joe Applebaum. Did you submit a proposal on LinkedIn for your business?
No, buddy, I did not.
Oh, well, I did receive a proposal on LinkedIn that said Mark
For
Fleming.
what? For what? For what?
Specifically for what? I actually replied with a DM to you about it. Something to do with...
Tell me what it is, dude. Just tell me what it is. Come on.
You're a fundraising and public relations consultant based in New York City, And you were
Right.
looking for more help to be able to reach out to nonprofits seeking
No,
fundraising.
that's wrong. That's wrong. Don't call me again. Goodbye.
Okay, I shouldn't call him again. I won't call him again. I'm going to click on the 3 dots, and I'm going to hit unsave profile. I'm going to hit yes, delete, because he's obviously a person who is not the type of person I would want to do business with. So I'm going to send him a nice little message over here. And I'm going to say, I actually just called you on the phone and you seem to be a little bit agitated. No worries. We don't have to do business together. Wishing you all the best. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send this little message. And I am going to disconnect from him. So I'm going to show you guys how to remove that, withdraw that request. You go to My Network. And you click on where it says Show All Invitations. You click on Sent Invitations. And I'm going to go ahead and hit that withdraw button here. And I just withdrew that. Now, there's a risk to this. There's always going to be a risk to this. You know what I mean? He got agitated. The first number was the wrong number. The second number was the right number, but the person was a very angry person. Did I take it personally that he was angry and agitated? I don't take responsibility for other. Now, he reached out to me. And he's angry at me for calling him. He reached out
Joe,
to me.
I really liked your closure practice of responding with, hey, we don't have to do business, because if that wasn't the same guy that messaged you, he will respond and say, wait, we didn't talk. That wasn't me, right? That'll give you clarity.
You're correct. And look, at the end of the day, that's his name. His name is Mark Fleming. You know, like that's who he is. And if I was angry, I would go find him and like deal with, but I'm not angry. I'm happy. I'm moving on. And for me, withdrawing the request, deleting his thing, unsaving his profile, I didn't spend that much time on this. You know what I mean? And again, he reached out to me, asking me for something, but he's like, I don't really need your help. This is not, I'm whatever. You're wrong. Goodbye. Don't call me again. Okay. I would never speak to somebody like that, ever. That's not who I am. But a lot of people are like that. Do I want to do business with people that are like that? Absolutely not. So if you tell me who you are, I believe you. I'm not desperate for customers. I'm interested in connecting with people that are nice, that are loving, and sometimes you're going to come across people who are angry and sad and agitated and in a poor state. And I don't need to do business with those people. That's why referrals are the best type of lead generation source. Because if I refer you to somebody, the person is likely not going to act like a dick. Okay, but you have to do a lot of personal development not to take it personal. You know what I mean? Because it's easy to kind of feel like, oh, I'm an idiot. But your identity doesn't have to be tied to somebody else being angry. This is a lot of work that we need to do to be successful at LinkedIn, because there's a lot of beliefs that we have around ourselves that we're not worthy. And so somebody does something like that, proves us right in our own beliefs that we're not worthy, and then that makes us not want to take more action. I am the opposite. I want to double my action now because I'm like, ooh, this guy picked up. Let me go find a gem. And then I keep moving forward, and then I reached out to the next guy. I don't stop. I don't say, oh, I need to stop now because I just got hurt. Just the opposite. Now there's an opportunity. So how do I find more of those people? How do I find more people that I can call? Very simple. I go to my own services page on my profile. This is how you find it. You go to your own services page on your profile. So this is my services page. And I click on Show All Services. And while I'm on my own services page, on the left side, I see it says Requests. Then I can see all the people that made a request. You see that? I can go down, find somebody who I really like based on different factors, like Susie. And she asked for business consulting. She's a store manager for Dollar General. Pretty cool, right? In Missouri. I'm going to press Submit Proposal, and I'm going to go through this process again. She wants operational improvement and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to go through my templates, make it really, really easy. I'm going to go ahead and submit the proposal. I'm going to hit send. Then I'm going to send her a direct message using my direct messaging template. Then I'm going to go to her profile. I see she really doesn't have a lot of connections. She's not really using LinkedIn properly. However, she did post something 3 weeks ago, so she's trying to use LinkedIn. You see? She's trying. I'm going to press connect. I could really help her out. I'm going to go ahead and send her a connection note. Then I'm going to pull up Apollo to see if I can find her phone number. And if I find her phone number, it looks like her phone number is not available. I did get an email address for her, Susie Armour. I'm going to press copy. I'll save her email, and I'll do a little bit more research online about her using Evie AI. So I would save her under services, right over here. Services request, hit save. And then what I do is I hover over, and then I open up Perplexity. I'm going to open up Grok. I'm going to open up Copilot. I'm going to open up ChatGPT. And then I'm going to research the crap out of her to try to find information on her. So let's just see if this found anything on her. It says how she helps clients, what she does. Grok is still doing research. This one is in the middle of typing everything up. This one already did it. Do you see? It's finding everything about her. And if I find a phone number here, I'm definitely going to call her and give her a buzz. She doesn't have a lot of information about her online. But do you see? This is more of like a yellow flag because it can't find much information about her. I can also email her. I can set up an email template and email her as well. But chances are she'll either reply or she won't reply. But I already sent her the proposal, I sent her the direct message, and I sent her the connection note. And the next step would be email and call. And as a bonus, text as well. Powerful, right? And again, you guys now know how to go find that services page and do that. And use Evie AI to save you a lot of time. Now, most people on their services page, they don't have a video. They don't have a graphic. They don't have text. They just have a few hashtags, a few services. I would recommend adding a nice blurb with your email, getting people to join your community or whatever it is that you're offering. So I'm going to click on View All Services. I'm going to click Edit Page, and I'm going to show you how you can edit your services page. Do you see this? I'm going to delete this one here because this one's not relevant. Too much here? I'm going to delete that. I'm going to press save. Now I'm going to go here. This is my video. Watch my video. My name is Joe Applebaum, CEO of Ajax Union and founder of Evie AI. Ajax Union is a B2B digital marketing agency. We help companies be able to get an ROI from digital marketing. We build marketing funnels, and we are also an AI automation agency, which means we help create systems and processes to automate tasks for marketing, sales, and operations to help you be able to be more profitable as a business. We also do training. We train people on how to leverage LinkedIn and how to leverage AI with our company Evergreen. And with our software, Evie AI, it's an AI assistant for LinkedIn that'll help you draft comments in your voice, help you write posts, generate ideas, send messages, and do a lot more using LinkedIn. So if you're looking to leverage LinkedIn, you're looking to use digital marketing or AI automation in your business, give me a call. I'd love to learn more about your needs. I'd love to learn more about your business. And remember, the right strategy will save you a decade. Most people are using energy, and energy without strategy is a waste of time. I'm a professional speaker, a member of the National Speakers Association, and I speak to groups like Vistage, Entrepreneurs Organization, YPO, and many associations all over the world. If you're looking for a professional speaker, a keynote, workshop, trainer, I'd be happy to train both online and also in person. Thank you very much for watching this video. And read my 5-star reviews on my services page. I'd be grateful. If you can leave a comment and a like on my posts, I'd also be grateful. Feel free to follow my profile here and see my journey. Thank you very much for watching this. really appreciate you being in my life. And if you need some services, you need some support, or even some just advice or inspiration, feel free to reach out to me. My name is Joe Applebaum, and I'm excited to be here on LinkedIn. Boom. Okay, guys, what did you guys think of that cute little video? I
Very
really-
nice.
blink?
What'd you say? Did I?
Do you blink, Joe?
We can go back and analyze if I blinked.
You
Nate-
didn't blink.
I didn't blink once.
No, is it AI?
No, it was me. It was actually me. I do have an
You
AI
really
that
didn't.
I have an AI version of me that blinks, and I have an AI version of me that doesn't blink. But that one was actually me.
Hyper focus.
Yeah, I was very focused, and I had bullet points around what I wanted to say, so I wasn't winging it at all. I had a very, very clear script that I kind of went through, and then I also edited the video and added music. Did you guys notice there was music on the video? So I added music.
Yes.
I added captions to the video as well. But it was extremely professional. But I also kind of shared my little flair, my little personality in there. But that was a very professional version that was well edited and well scripted. So you don't, like I basically explained to everybody everything I do and who I am in a very professional way. I would recommend everyone have a video like that and put it on your services page. It doesn't even have to be that long. It could be half the length. But take that video, listen to it again later, and then just write what I said there, and then type up your own version of the same thing. You could even have a tool called Otter.ai, put it on speaker, and let Otter type it up for you for free with the mobile app. Otter will type up everything I said for you, and then you take that, put it into ChatGPT or one of the tools, and say, just rewrite this as me, and put in your LinkedIn profile. It'll rewrite the whole thing as you. And then you just read it while you're looking at the camera, and you're good to go. And if you want to blink a little bit more, then blink a little more. Just blink a little bit more. My daughter is leaving to Cleveland with her mother and her siblings. They're going to be traveling for a few days. So she wants to sit on my lap for the next few minutes before she leaves. So everyone say hello to Rosie. Rosie.
Hi, Rosie.
Rosie, you want to say hello to everybody? No? Okay, she just wants
Have
to
a great
chill.
Hi,
trip.
Rosie. Yeah.
Everyone's saying have a good trip. Do you want to put on the headphones and listen to what they're saying? Yeah? Yeah.
What a beautiful smile, Rosie.
Say hello to everyone.
Hey, Rosie. You have a beautiful smile.
Say thank you.
Hi,
Yeah,
Rosie.
I
Have a
see
great
your
trip.
eyes too.
She got super shy. She's like, oh my God. She's like, what's going on? She's like, oh
We
my
love
God.
that she's with you.
Come sit on my lap. You want to sit on my lap? You can just sit on my lap.
Tell her
and
that
not
we
do
love
anything.
her being with you. It
Aw.
brings the humanness out.
Yeah, I typically don't have my kids with me all the time. But when I do have them with me, I really like it. It's really nice. So in the summer, I get to have them 2 weeks at the beginning of the summer, 2 weeks at the end of the summer, and then they're with their mother in the middle of the summer. So that's nice. And then during the year, I have them every other weekend. So they get to spend every other weekend with me. And then during the week, I have dinner with them usually twice a week. And their mother has them twice a week. So it's nice. So it's kind of like even, the amount of time we both get to spend with them. All right. So here we go. I love Rosie's with you. How long would I suggest? I would suggest keeping your video under 3 minutes, preferably 2 minutes, but sometimes you can't get everything in 2 minutes. I think it was Abe Lincoln that said that he didn't have enough time to write a shorter letter or something like that, because sometimes to write a shorter letter takes longer time. So also you don't want to keep it too short because it is your services page. Like you really want to get into it. I also recommend everybody have a 14-minute video. I'm not going to have you watch my entire 14-minute video now, but as a featured video on your profile, if you want to go deep with somebody, I'll show you what mine looks like, and I'll start playing the first few minutes of it just to kind of show you. This is the services version of it. I also on my profile have a 14-minute video here that has 100 likes and 100 comments on it. I'm just going to play this video for you guys real quick just so you can see the first part of it. Hello, my name is Joe Applebaum. I am the CEO of Evie AI. It's a sales assistant that helps people be able to be more effective on platforms like LinkedIn. We actually work on every platform, but let me just show you how it works on LinkedIn. If you want to get started, you just click up here where it says get a free account right here, get started for free. And let me show you how easy it works. So this is what LinkedIn looks like. And up here I have, okay, so I'm not going to make you watch the whole 14-minute video, but when people ask me, Joe, hey, can I see your video? This is what I do. This is one of my 99 hacks as well. Oh, and look at this guy said. Poor outreach strategy. How'd you get my phone number? If you didn't answer, I'll talk to my friend. That will end your proposal idea. Again, how did you obtain my number? You have till the end of the day to answer my question. Oh my God. Mark, I found your number using Apollo.io. I would suggest you reach out to them to take your number off there so people don't bother you. Hope you have a blessed day. Do you see how angry he is? Wow.
But didn't he reach out to you first?
He did. He did. Look. He did. He reached out to me right over here. He reached out to me asking me for a proposal. And then he threatened me, which is okay. Not the end of the world. Oh, look, Marlene sent me a recommendation. Thank you, Marlene. I'm going to go ahead and accept the recommendation. I'm going to hit add to profile. Okay, so I just added to my profile. So let's see what that looks like. I'm going to go here, click on add to profile. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, I'm going to refresh my profile just to see if it shows up. And Marlene, look at that. Marlene left me a message. She said, it's rare to come across such a leader with a dynamic visionary, blah, blah, blah. With FEAI, Joe's constantly innovating. If you're looking to grow your business, build meaningful relationships, stay ahead of the curve, I highly recommend connecting with Joe and experiencing FEAI for yourself. Okay, great. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to type in Snagit, which is a tool that I use to like take screenshots. You could also use a snipping tool. This is what it looks like. I'm going to hit capture. And then it's going to say, what part of the screen do you want to capture? So I want to capture this part of the screen right over here. You see? Then with Snagit, I can add arrows as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add arrows like this. I'm going to click on the little arrow on top here where it says arrow. And then I can just say like this, received. And then I can say beyond the technology. And then I'm just going to say, maybe add another arrow over here, impactful. And then if I want to add, say, for example, a highlight, I press here and I press a highlighter. Let's see where the highlighter is. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Rosie. I'm going to click highlighter. And then I'm going to select certain things. With FEAI, Joe is constantly innovating. That's cool, right? So I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to say, if you're looking to grow your business building for stay ahead of the curve, I highly recommend connecting with Joe and experiencing FEAI. Reach out to Joe, join his community. I'm going to see you came across a leader, his passion for making business networking smarter, faster, more authentic. Beyond his technology, making the process fun, sense of community. Okay, if there's anything else that I want to, I'm going to say build meaningful relationships, stay ahead of the curve. You see, I'm like highlighting certain words to make it easy for people to kind of find these things. Remarkable AI-powered LinkedIn tools, you see? Okay, so I just highlighted a few words here. Now I'm going to press copy, which copies the entire image. I don't know if you guys knew this, but you can go to LinkedIn and then just paste an image into where it says start a post, and the image gets pasted. How cool is that? So I just pasted the image in there. Now in writing, I don't know what to write about. So on the right side, I'm going to click on the content writer. I'm going to choose a specific voice, tone of voice, which is, I'll choose this tone right here. I'll choose the the posting template one. And on the bottom, I'm going to say, it's really important to get recommendations on your profile. I'm curious to know how many recommendations you have. When someone leaves you a proper recommendation on LinkedIn, it could be really helpful as social proof. And social proof is so important when you're looking to get clients. It's much better to get clients from referrals using social proof rather than calling people, because sometimes people will get angry when you call them. And that is not as pleasant as actually getting referrals and building relationships. So start getting more recommendations on your profile. My recommendation is getting at least one person to recommend you every month. Okay, now I'm going to hit generate, and it's going to write a post for me. You see it's writing the post now, and it's going to include a hook, main points, call to action, and hashtags. Then I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to press insert. Then I'm going to read it. Have you ever thought the power of recommendation? Here's what I discovered, recommendations, da-da-da, my experience, da-da-da. And I'm going to say, share your experience in most important recommendation, da-da-da. How many do you have, and what is your goal for LinkedIn recommendations? Okay, now I'm going to press post, and I just posted on LinkedIn. You see that? I'm going to click these three dots. I'm going to press this copy link to post, and I'm going to share this link with you guys in the chat. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a sec. I'm going to go into the chat and paste it in here. Okay, guys, go ahead and leave a comment on that post and tell me what is your recommendation goal. So this way we can all hold you accountable. We'll go back to that post later and see what your goal, where you are now, what your goal is, and everyone leave a comment on that post. Okay, Murray says I gotta go. He may have something serious going on. Murray says I gotta go. Jane says I must go. I'll rewatch it. Thank you so much. If anybody wants to replay for this, the replay is available for Evie AI Pro members inside our evergreen.com courses. Also, we have a 2-hour session we're doing on Wednesday where we're going to be going deep into strategy. Wednesday next week at 10 a.m. I hope you guys can make that session. That would be really nice if you can make it. And I'm looking forward to continuing training you guys and offering you value. So if there's anything else that you need, I'm glad that you got something out of this today. You'll be able to watch the replay after this is done. I'll upload it into the community, and we'll go ahead and be able to watch this. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. Wish you a great day. And thank you for allowing me to train you and guide you and support you. This is such a pleasure for me. We'll talk again soon. Bye, everyone.